I would like to share with you now how to prepare specific lessons for your students from requests or needs that they have, such as vocational English, specialized language at their job, survival English skills, and maybe even just a simple Bible study. This exercise we call Create a Lesson, and we use the identical segments that you've already practiced with the Passport lessons. Let's say, for an example, that one day your student comes to class and with him he wants to understand a written note that he has with them about his children's teacher. Or one of your students is preparing to have a job interview as a reception of an auto parts company. How do you prepare your lesson to meet these needs? Well, I want you to use the sheets prepared for you called Create a Lesson, and you'll notice right away that the outline is exactly the same as the lesson segments in each of the lessons of Passport to the World of English. All you have to do is fill in the blank areas that pertain to the specific needs of your students. Take, for example, a student who's preparing for the job interview. The first thing you need is to find a picture, or you can have them draw a picture of a person speaking to maybe an office personnel person in a factory. And that will be your theme picture. Next, you will have to select some vocabulary for your student that will accomplish his or her task in this interview. Now you may notice something interesting. Your team will start to think through some possible conversations. That just seems to be our natural reaction. And this is good. Don't spend your time too much on detailing specific conversations, but take some of those vocabulary words from the conversation as part of your vocabulary list. And so you may want to brainstorm many types of words, choosing only the essential words. Include verbs, those action words, with your objects. Depending upon the culture your students are from, you may want to include telling time and the socially acceptable time for arriving for an interview. List the vocabulary like it's done in Passport, and then list words your students may need to practice for sounds such as the TH sound. There's both a voiced and unvoiced TH sound, and the P sound at the end of a word, such as the word cup. Whatever words you choose, list them in the same way as is in our textbook. For clap the stress, follow the same pattern, beginning with easier words, stressed, followed by multiple syllable words. Keep the conversations simple, using the A and B cards. Make your conversations progressive in thought and content, so at the end your students will be building their confidence in speaking with another person at their interview. And then use the free conversation part to actually role play a total interview. Doesn't that sound like fun? Your students will appreciate it and they will really enjoy it. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to gather into your groups of maybe 4 this time or more. And with the sheets that are provided by your trainer, I want you to write out a theme, something that your trainer will give you. Work among your group to select a theme picture, vocabulary words, selections from maybe a Bible portion, and other things that you can add in the things to think about. Spend at least an hour on this segment and then reconvene, sharing what your group has composed with the other members of your training group. And this will complete our training time together, but I'll be right here waiting for you, and I'd like to share some concluding thoughts. So I'll see you in just a little while. Well, this wraps it up for our basic tutor training. I hope you've gained some confidence in your skills and the assurance that God is working through your efforts to share His grace and love with others. To me, this ministry is more than just language acquisition. It's crossing cultures and lives to demonstrate and share God's forever kingdom. For me, I like to picture it as the mingling of God's divine life in ours, and ours with others who are seeking the way, the truth, and the life. This is just one of many bricks that we're putting together, putting in place, building a bridge from ourselves to others, a bridge of love, trust, and acceptance. With this in mind, may God bless your faithful efforts. Goodbye, and may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you.